Hari Om, Gurubhyo Namaha. In 1996, His Holiness Swami Shantanand Saraswati, the founder of Temple of Fine Arts International, brought down one of the foremost, eminent, and illustrious gurus of Odissi, Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra from Orissa, and blessed the Temple of Fine Arts International with this great parampara. We are so fortunate and lucky to hail from this rich legacy. He was accompanied by his son, Guru Ratikant Mohapatra, who is currently the head of the Odissi department of Temple of Fine Arts International. Guru Ratikant Mohapatra has created an enviable niche for himself as a personality with multifaceted roles which he performs to the best of his ability. And he plays a very active role in updating and upgrading the standards of Odissi dance, as well as training the Odissi students and the Odissi dance teachers of Temple of Fine Arts International. Now it gives me great pleasure to hand over this session to Srimati Deepa Srivatsan, who is currently the head of the Odissi department of Temple of Fine Arts, Singapore, to continue with the interview of Guru Ratikant Mohapatra.
Hari Om and greetings, dear friends and art lovers. Today, we at the Temple of Fine Arts are extremely fortunate to have with us Odissi Guru, Guru Ratikant Mohapatra, who will be joining us online from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Odissi is the classical style from the state of Odisha, India. Ratikantji, as we fondly know him, was trained both in Odissi dance and the art of playing Mardana by his father, Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra. Today, Ratikantji has carved a niche for himself as an exceptional dancer, teacher, choreographer, percussionist, and archivist. In 1993, Guruji had established Srijan, a training institution in Bhubaneswar, committed to provide Odissi training. Today, as the director of Srijan, Sri Ratikant Mohapatra works towards creating awareness about Odissi dance with a modern approach, yet simultaneously preserving the classicality of the art and the rich tradition which he inherited from his father. And now, it gives us great pleasure to welcome Guru Ratikant Mohapatra. Ratikantji, Hari Om and Pranam.
Namaskar.
Welcome
Namaskar.
to Temple. Ratikantji, dancers and art lovers in India and the world over have been enthralled by the grace and beauty of Odissi. We felt it would be enlightening for all of us to hear from you and to be able to know a little more about some journeys and experiences of you and your father that lie behind your accomplishments. Please, can you tell us about your father's contributions to Odissi? How did he develop the style? And what are the important features that characterize the style developed by him?
Yes, Guruji, whenever we are in the class, we used to call him Guruji. And because Guruji was a painter, was a percussion player, was a dancer, was an actor, and his intense research in all the folk forms of Odisha while he was in Kalavikas Kendra back in 1955-56, those times. So Kalavikas Kendra was the first Odissi school of Odisha, and after Annapurna Theatre, Baba joined there, as a dance teacher. So, on behalf of Kalavikash Kendra, he went to different places in Odisha to research on folk dance forms. So, that was the biggest part of his research, and it shows very clearly when he does choreography. And he used to uh, draw in a palm leaf also, because we belong to Raghurajpur village, district Puri. So, Raghurajpur is known as a crafts village, and there each and every house they do some kinds of crafts like making wooden craft or painting, but basically it is a famous village for Patachitra. So what Patachitra, what they do in a thin piece of cloth, and they paste the tamarind seeds, they grind and make a paste, and they put it on the cloth and they dry it. So it becomes very hard and it becomes like a canvas. So in the watercolor, they paint the canvas. So that is called Patachitra, and mostly they paint mythological stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata. So he was a great painter and he used to paint stories. And he was also a tabla player. For him, combining all this. So when he started choreographing his dance pieces, it was like somebody paying a smooth drawing of dance in a blank canvas. So since 1975, I have been watching him performing, teaching, choreographing. So phase wise, he has developed this dance form. I have a very humble eye evidence of the evolution from 1975 till the day he passed away. Every decade, he contributed, he modified, and he changed the technique. So, if we see the dance form before 80, the execution was different. Between 80 to 90, again, execution developed and the visuals were different. And from 90 onwards, again, further evolution made, technique changed. And from there, every day when he was choreographing or teaching, little here and there, he definitely be changing the technique or explaining. Now, actually, from 1990 onwards, the technique he developed, till now, we are practicing that. 1990, he has not been well, very. Uh, he had his first heart attack in 1989, and then he was admitted to the hospital. So finally, uh, 4th April 1990, he had a bypass surgery in Kolkata at PM Birla Hospital. So I'm telling you this because it is very important. Why he developed a scientific approach. He brought scientific approach to the dance form and studying the human anatomy. Whenever we dance in Chauka, Tribhangi, and whatever dance we do, like whether we do Chauka Tribhangi practice or we perform or we practice in the class. So he was very careful to see that no injury should come into the dancer's body. So before his bypass surgery, the previous evening, doctor came to visit him, Dr. Devi Shetty, one of the renowned heart surgeons of the country. So he operated Guruji. He came to meet him the previous evening. Then Guruji said, Doctor, please tell me what are the procedures you are going to apply on me tomorrow. Then he said, he smiled, he said, Guruji, don't worry, you'll be fine. Ah, and exactly after 6 months, you'll be back on stage. But Guruji insisted him, no, you have to explain me, otherwise I'll not be in peace. Then Dr. Devi Shetty explained each and everything he's supposed to do next day morning. And it was very interesting for him. Then surgery was done. After the surgery, when he was coming out of the hospital, he said, "Doctor, I'll be needing your help to improve my dance." And Dr. Devi said, "Of course, yes, whatever help you need, sir, I will definitely give." And after that, he had developed an interest to know the human system. When we dance, what kind of system it works inside our body. And continuing that, he met many doctors from the cardiac department, orthopedics department, neuro department. He had intense discussions with all the doctors and found out the system inside when we dance, how it behaves. And basing on that, he developed a system. And he used to call that system, it's a very scientific approach to dance in his language. And I am, I would say, I am the eye evidence of that development which he brought into Odissi after 1990 and till today what we are practicing. It was wonderful, absolutely. And when he used to explain, yes, if you do chauka, this is the system works inside. And when you dance for 5 minutes, why we get breathlessness? All those details. He was a percussion player, he was a painter, he was a musician, he used to sing, he was a gotipo dancer, and his intense studies of the all folk art forms, and also deep studies on the sastras like Natya Sastra, Abhinaya Darpana, all those sastras what we use for dance. And why his choreographies are so popular, and I would say they're milestones. When he's not there, all those items he created years ago, today also we perform. And all those items like Shakravana Pallavi, Kirvani Pallavi, Khamash Pallavi, Ardhanarishwara, all those items which became milestones in the field of Odissi and gone globally. So he created all these items for two of his best disciples. One is Srimati Sanjukta Panigrahi and one is Srimati Kumkum Mohanty. So both of them were brilliant dancers. And the trio of two disciples and Guru, and of course the support system of music from Pandit Bhuvaneshwar Mishra ji and Pandit Raghunath Panigrahi ji and Sri Rakhal Chandra Mahanti. So, I mean, these people are the who's who of Odissi dance and music. And for them, all of us, all Odissi dancers globally who are practicing Odissi today, should be grateful to them. Now, because of his knowledge on all those subjects and, and the vision before choreographing an item, he used to create a vision inside, whether it is a thematical piece or a technical piece. And he's because of his deep research and deep experience in all aspects of music, dance, theater, painting. So that made him a world class choreographer.
Thank you, Shiva. It's really, really enriching and humbling for us to understand how these beautiful dances that we are exposed to today and we learn are actually masterpieces and they're so precious. Really, really grateful to be able to learn them. Ratikanji, you started learning Odissi from your father at a very young age, and he also trained you to play the mardala. Could you please share with us what it was like learning under him? Being his son and student in more than one art form, what was the experience like?
In a very simple word, I experienced the divine learning from him. When I was a child, when you do not know anything about the art form, do not know the intensity of the art form and the gurus and the dancers around you, because my house, there was a 24 hours activity of dance and music. Since morning 8 o'clock to next day, 8 o'clock in the morning, it was a constant practice. So as a child, I used to observe. I was studying in the school. So after the school hours or whenever I get time, I used to sit in the class, watch the class or watching my father teaching. Because looking at him playing and teaching, as a child, I could remember many things. So initially, couple of items, Battu, Mohana Pallavi, Namami, Ibe Kachavatar, Dheera Samire, just watching him teaching to his students, I remember. And and when he plays in the class also, Mardala, the percussion, just looking at him, I could observe. And I started playing without knowing the technique, proper technique or nuances of either the percussion or the dance. And everybody used to say, oh God, Ratikant has dance and music in his genes. So it is very natural for him to grow. Maybe somehow that went into my head. Maybe that time I must have behaving arrogant or funny or whatever, I don't know. So my mother came to know about it and she told my father. And very cleverly, one day my father called me and told me, can you play with me today? Because I have a program. Can you play with me? Let me see if you can accompany me. And I said, no, 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 today I'm not in a mood. Huh? I'll play some other day. You ask somebody else, some of your students to do it. When I remember those incidents now, I really feel guilty and I laugh at myself. But few days later, when I started playing with him, the next day he's supposed to go uh, to a foreign country for his dance tour. Then I played with him. So "Dhehi tere kiti tak na tere kiti tak tehi tere kiti tak na tere kiti tak." First speed I could play, second speed I managed, third and fourth I could not play. He said, "Oh my God, you are Kelucharan Mohapatra's son, you can't play." I said, "No, no, it's very easy, but nowadays I'm a little busy in my playing and school stuff." So then he smiled at me. He said, "Okay, okay, no problem. You should go and play and study well." The next day when he was going out, he said, "Can you do me a favor?" I said, "Yes. I'm giving you a homework. Every day in the morning, 10 minutes, and in the evening, 10 minutes. Whatever you played with me in one speed, you play. Don't stop, but every day you have to play." I said, "Okay, I'll play." And he left. And then next day I started playing. For me, it was like, when the kind of homework I get from school, I said, my father, when he told me, it is a responsibility, I have to do it. So my mother used to tell him every morning and evening, "Shivu, did you play? When are you playing?" I said, "Yes, yes, I'll play." But sincerely, whether I had a wish to play or not, no wish, but I played. In spite of my unwillingness, hesitations, because it was a responsibility for me, I played. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. Days passed on, then Baba came back from the tour and he asked, "Did you play?" I said, "Yes, yes, I played." So one day I played with him. He said, let me see what you're playing. So that day when I played, I could play all the four speeds smoothly. Then he said, "Wow, wonderful." Then I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Today I'm fine because other day I was not in the mood." He said, "Very good, very good." He didn't say me anything. And every day, sometimes in the night, I used to give massage to him. Uh, Lots of students of him, they used to stay in the house. They used to give him massage. So sometimes I also joined with them. So he told me, "You know why you could play?" He explained me, doesn't matter whether you are my son or not, you played because those 10 minutes of practice every day, what you did, that made you play all the four speeds. And he's a master player, when explaining things, he's a master. And the way he explained me, I was very small then. It was like somebody has injected the bone marrow into the head skull. And those principles and those lines, what he said in those days, today also it helps me to grow. And I understood, yes, what he told me, I understood. And since then, I always tried not to give him a chance to complain. Whatever way, in my own understanding, I could do, I did. Actually, that made me completely understand what I am and what I can do. And when I think about all those times I shared with my father, and he shared his time with me, that's why in the beginning I said, I have experienced the divine.
Ratikanji, that was truly humbling to hear how much you have experienced from him. Based on your experiences growing up with Guruji and training under him, what do you think are the qualities that any art lover or dancer should strive to develop in their learning process?
Uh, I don't know, but I'll try to tell you what I feel. To strive in any particular art form, definitely you need to surrender yourself to that art form. And once you have gone into the art form, you have to spend your lifetime there to achieve little bit in that particular art form. Staying with Guru, understanding your Guru, listening to your Guru, and whatever Guru said, you have to obey and you practice the art form. See, for me, 40 years my life, 24 into 7, with my father, with my Guru. I could say this because I don't know anything else. I always, because I wanted to be an artist, and I came to understand that without my father or without my guru, I cannot do anything. That there are many opportunities in my life. I could have done all those things, but I decided no. I will stay with my father and I will learn. He also, while in the class, he never considered me as his son. He always considered me as one of his disciples. He never told me, Shivu, you come stand in the front and dance, or you do the main role of this dance drama. Never. Whatever required, he knew that what I can do, what I cannot do. So accordingly, he was giving me roles in his productions or dance dramas or any program. It's it's very difficult to answer your question, Deepa, because there are many other ways how you strive for this art, strive for any art form. It is your understanding, how you understand your life, to understand yourself, to know your self identity, who you are, what you can do. It is very important. And all those times I was with my guru learning or performing, I always thought that it is a learning process for me. And when he's not there today, also it is a learning process for me. See, we are human beings. Sometimes when you listen appreciation from the audience or your fans, sometimes it goes into the head. And I can understand that, yeah, it is a wrong thing happening within me. So only thing to cool down is I come and see my father's video. Particular video is there called Kevat Prasad from Ramcharit Manas. It's a half an hour video. When I see him enacting that role of Kevat, the boatman, all those have gone into head goes down. I don't know why that video inspires me so much and retains me there as an humble artist. And when I see my dance now in the video, and when I see my dance when Baba was there, it is a huge difference. The intensity, the involvement with the dancing, when he was there in the front, we were dancing, that intensity, that involvement, I don't find in my performance nowadays. Maybe because I missed him. I missed him because he's not there in the front to guide. Those two experienced eyes you always required in your life, who guides you always. But as I said, Baba's video is the only way of my life to go further as an artist. Whatever achievements or whatever I'm doing today, it is based on my father's work, father's teaching. I think we all who are who are practicing Odissi today, whether you, me, or any of his disciples, the legacy created, we are the medium, we are just carrying forward that legacy further. And in our own way, humble way, we are trying to add little more to the legacy. And in the future, I'm sure it will go more further. Often I get, often I ask question, what is the future of Odissi? And I say Odisse's future is very strong. Nothing will happen to Odissi. Doesn't matter how much influence of Bollywood or modern dance, creative dance, or whatever, or Western culture. Classical dance of India will never lose its root. It will always go forward. The kind of work our gurus have done, if you see my father's work, if you see Pandit Birju Maharaj's work, if you see Guru Venkatachana Satyam's work, so those gurus are not there. Maharaj is there. But you see their work, all his disciples carrying their work, developing their work, adding their own uh, innovations to their guru's work. It was absolutely, but it is absolutely very touching, very heartening to see all those wonderful works everybody is doing. Let's take my father's example. When he's not there, when we talk about him, it is his success. All the time, 40 years of my life when I was there, I used to see him every day. I used to talk to him every day, learn from him every day. But that intensity of his presence, when he's not there today, we feel that. And I'm sure when, and for you also, Swamiji, like for me, when I come to Temple of Fine Arts, I always told you, the kind of culture, the kind of aura Swamiji has created in Temple of Fine Arts.
Thank you, Guruji. Uh, your father, Kelucharanji, was known for his abhinaya. He was able to spontaneously create on stage. And as a percussionist, you have extensively accompanied your father in his performances playing the mardala. Having been part of his orchestra, do share with us some of your experiences adapting to his creativity on stage.
I always used to ask this question to my father: how can you do the same item in many different ways when you perform? Normally, Pashyati Disi Disi, Dhira Samide, Yahi Madhava, Kuriyadu Nandana, these four Ashtapadis were very close to him, and Kevat Prasan from Ramayana. And one song is Dinabandhu Daitari, sorry, Dinabandhu Ehi Odissi Chamure, that Odia song. See, whenever he teaches in the class, they would say, two avartanas, you have to go two steps forward, come back two steps, then go to side, do chapka. He teaches. All those he teaches to us, same thing he does on stage, but it looks different. And there was no rehearsals for him. We arrive on the day of the program at the venue, straight go to the performance. He only says, okay, you see my action, then you go to the next. And he also tell me, Sibu, see my action and give the cue to the singer so that he will go to the next. And it also happens sometimes, suddenly it is decided, okay, now one Manglachan, one Pallavi, then one Pashati Disidisi, then Yahi Madhava. Before the announcement of the program, suddenly Guruji will, suppose somebody made Guruji, Guruji, are you doing that Keyboard Prasan today? Guruji will be excited, full of excitement. Yes, yes, if you want, I will do. Suddenly he will come back to the musician. He said, okay, okay, today we are not doing Pashani, this is we are doing Kevat Prasan. And he will go. Whole day you are mentally prepared for these items. Suddenly, before the program, he comes and say, you change, do Kevat Prasan. For musicians also, it used to be very challenging, but you never know what item Guruji will tell to do. And each of us as a percussion player, Ghansham Panda or Vijay Jena used to sing with Guruji, both of them, and the musicians. Only the hand plays, but mind and soul is completely on Guruji. What he's doing, I constantly, how it is possible to Pashati Disidisi, he must have done n numbers of time. But believe me, Deepa, it was completely different. But today's performance, if you see, the next performance will be different. It is amazing, surprising, absolutely. Because every day night when you used to travel after the performance, when you come back home, I used to give him massage. And once you started the massage, he will never tell you to stop. He will keep on playing solitaire in the playing cards or in the tab. And that was the time I used to ask lots of questions to him. Baba, can you tell me what is the secret of your performance? Why it looks different? He would turn back and see me like this and give a smile. Well, I don't know. I just perform. But one day he told me, well, why are you asking me these questions again and again? I said, how you can do differently. So one day he said, I don't have an answer, but maybe when you are 40 plus, then you will be able to know why I am doing. So then listening to all this, he never answered me. Whether he did it purposefully or actually he didn't have an answer. But when I think of those uh, incidents, I think purposefully he did that. That let Shivu cross 40 of his age and understand what is the difference in my performances, different performances. Yes, I can understand today why he is different. Because he was a creator, his experience, his thinking, and he was a master of creating modulations. Like one day, Deepa, come here. Deepa, come here. Deepa, come here. Those modulations where how we do with the dialogues. He was a master of creating modulations through his body language and through his thinking. Because he was a creator, he was a fantastic actor, and his 12 years of association with his guru Raslila, where he used to sing and act, and above all, I think his experience, his thinking, what gave him a different vision to perform each time differently. It, when he was, we have a battery, ever ready battery, ever ready to give power. Guruji, he was ever ready. Whenever you ask anything to him, he will start. One day at the Glasgow University in UK, there was a lecture demonstration program. Guruji and Sanjukta ji was doing, and somebody asked a question from the audience. Guruji, we had read about your life sketch, and there it was written when you left your guru's house. So that time your guru said to enact a piece where, in a very orthodox village, a newly married lady coming after taking bath in the river, coming back to the village to her house, but he's passing through the road. She's coming. So both the sides, the elderly people are sitting. So a newly married woman with wet cloth, with a wet sari, holding a pot of water, how she will walk? So Guruji said, see, that time I was very young, now so I became Buddha, I became old. So, but I will try to do it. But when he got up to do it, you know, I was feeling little uncomfortable inside. Whether he'll be able to do it or not, because it was a very long time when he did. I was very feeling very uncomfortable. Then he came, Raghunathji was there. He came and told me, Ki, Shibu, you just keep playing one theka in Kerala or Aditar, and according to my action, you can change your pattern of playing. And they told Raghu Bhaina, Raghu, you also see me and sing. I said, okay. But I was surprisingly looking at him, what he is going to do. At the same time, I was feeling very uncomfortable. He started that in the Odisha district, in the Odisha, there is a district called Puri and a village Ragurajpur where he belongs to. He, on the spot, he created a story. Odisha, Puri, Ragurajpur village where he belongs to, he went to Puri to learn from his guru. And the final day when he was coming out of that school, he was asked this question to do this, and he did the enactment. Simple one dhoti, bare body, one a dupatta tied on his waist. For 20-25 minutes he did. Everybody, all the musicians, on the way, the hands are playing, but our looks were like this. And everybody in the audience completely stunned. Guruji finished. He finished, he bowed to everybody, but everybody was sitting like this. Nobody is moving. Then Sanjita ji went to the mic and said, excuse me, Guruji has finished his enactment. Then she started clapping, so everybody started clapping. It was outstanding. It was outstanding. It's like anybody who knows dance or do not know dance can understand each and everything. Guruji. Like this, there are lots of stories of Guruji. He was a complete guru. He was a complete human being. Now, to describe him, it's a bit difficult actually. It is my own way to describe him. Maybe if you ask Kumkumji, she would describe him differently. If you ask any XYZ, any other disciples, she will have a different story. He knew that his presence to Indian classical dance and music was huge. But he never was like this. He always like this. He never said that I have done this. Never said. There was no I in him. Always we. And as his disciples, we everybody at Sturgeon trying to follow that culture. Take out I, live with we. I hope I answered your questions rightly.
Yes, thank you, Ratika ji. Ratika ji, have you danced with Guruji in any performance?
Yeah, plenty. Lots of time.
What was it like?
Yes. Dancing with him, definitely there was a fear always inside. Everything has to be correct. But I would say he was a great co-artist. He will never let you down on stage. If you do any mistakes, cleverly, he will carry all those smoothly. And so the program goes on well. It's, of course, a great experience. It's a blessing to dance with him, to work with him. Yes. Am I talking
Thank
too
you.
much?
No, it's been a very, very touching sharing that you have given us, Ratikanji. It's been really very humbling to hear about your father and his life and his values. And we are truly, truly, again and again, I say this, we are truly blessed to have come under your umbrella to receive his grace through you as well. The
See,
vision and hard
please don't tell my umbrella. It is our Guru's umbrella we are under.
Yes, true. Thank you so much for giving us your time to spend chatting with us and sharing with us. And we have no words to express our gratitude. Thank you, Shivbai. Thank you, Ritikanji, for being with us.
Ratika ji, it's sounding so formal. Yes, Sivubai is fine. Ratikanji coming from you, it's very looking very strange. Anyway, thank you so much, Dipa. It is so wonderful, and to render my humble services for Temple of Fine Arts for Swamiji, it's always a blessing. It is always a blessing.
Ratikanji, you have opened our eyes to so much that lies beyond the dance that we see as Odissi today. The vision and hard work of your father and your continuance of his legacy has brought Odissi to our shores, bringing joy to the dancers and audiences through its beauty, strength, and grace. Thank you so much for giving us your time to chat and share with us. We are truly, truly blessed to be guided by you. And to you, our wonderful audience, thank you for having shared your time with us. Good evening, Hari Om. God bless and stay safe.